Welcome back to another behind the scenes video. The last couple days I spent some time working on this motor. This is an old motor that my dad gave me probably a few weeks ago now, and it was meant to go with this old drum sander thing. I shouldn't say meant to go. It's obviously an old grinder motor. It was never meant to go with this thing at all, but motors like this can be used for all sorts of useful little things. And I've got some jig ideas in my mind that I'm going to need a motor for. So I just wanted to make sure that this thing was tuned up and ready to go for when I actually need it. And there's a couple issues with it that I wanted to fix. First off, getting the pulleys off took me about 45 minutes. They were completely seized on. The reason it was so difficult, which I didn't realize until the very end, is that the ends of these spindles were kind of, I don't know the terminology, but like flared out. It's almost like, you know, when you bang a piece of metal with a hammer and it starts getting fatter and fatter. So the diameter of the end of the spindle was a lot bigger than the middle of the spindle, and obviously bigger than the inner diameter of the pulley wheel, which made it extremely difficult to get that wheel off. But that was easily fixed with a little bit of filing. The other thing I noticed is the power cord was, there was a nick in the cord, so one of the wires was almost completely cut. And there's also a rattling going on inside the motor, but I think that's because something fell inside of it. So I started taking this thing apart to take a look inside and get whatever it was out of there. And as I was doing it, this thing fell out. This little thing fell out of it. So I think that's the thing that was rattling around in there. Really happy I got that out. I couldn't get the case open. I'm sure I could with a lot of hammering, but I kind of don't really want to if I don't have to. So there you go. My suspicions were correct. Something fell in there, and now it's not in there, and now there's no more rattling. So once I got that thing out, bolted everything back together, and decided to test it out one more time without the pulleys on. Because I think the pulley wheels were causing some vibration, so I just wanted to see what it was like without those wheels on there, and make sure the spindles were spinning nice and straight. The spindles look nice and straight. I wasn't sure if one of them was bent, but looks okay. Everything looks straight. There's not an insane amount of vibration. The bearings, I think, are still good. I think they're probably, if I'm being completely honest, I think they're probably borderline. Well, looks good to me. But I think they're good for now for what I need them for. If I'm bored in the future, I might try to get some bearings and replace them. I'm pretty sure this is like a good enough situation. So I went ahead and painted this bad boy, and I'm just using a flat black trim clad here, and I gotta say, it's amazing what a little paint will do. And there we go. This is what it looks like, all tuned up. I did end up sanding the pulleys down, getting all the paint off. They were looking pretty grimy before. It's an old Delta motor. And obviously I haven't completed the wiring here, but I will do that eventually. I need to decide what I want to do with the base and the switch. Not sure if this was actually an old grinder motor in the past or not, because most grinder motors would have had a base with a proper switch and stuff. This doesn't. The mounts on the base looks like it was used for some sort of tool, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to use it for what I'm going to use it for, and I think it'll work out just fine. But yeah, I'll just need a little bit more time to think about what I want to do with the switch and how to set things up. But for now, this is pretty good. I'm really happy with this. Looks amazing. I feel like I got a brand new tool now, even though it's not new. And there you go. You'd be surprised what you can do with a little know-how and some spray paint. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.